Many years ago, I went to Central Australia for business. I went to Alice Springs, Ayers Rock, and Kings Canyon with a group of travel agents for a couple of nights. First, we flew into Ayers Rock, and we were very lucky. We stayed at a fancy hotel. In the morning, we got on a bus and went to Ayers Rock, and we climbed Ayers Rock, which took about 30 minutes or so. Ayers Rock is an amazing place. It's very ancient and it's a very spiritual place. The view from the top of the rock was very interesting. There's nothing you can see really. It's just a wide open desert. The climb itself was quite difficult. The rock was very steep, but at the end, the amazing view was worth the climb, worth the effort. At nighttime, we were able to have an outdoor barbecue in the hotel, which was inside a restaurant on a balcony. It was a very lively place. Lots of other travelers were cooking barbecues and having a few beers. And while we were uh, eating our dinner, we were able to see the night sky and see the beautiful stars and the Milky Way. It was really amazing. The next day, we got some rental cars. They were little four-wheel drives, and we drove to a place a few hours drive north of Ayers Rock, which was a place called Kings Canyon. Kings Canyon is a really picturesque oasis in the middle of the desert. There's some steep cliff faces surrounding a small pond thing in the middle of the desert. It's really an interesting place because in the desert there's not much. That night we stayed in a hotel and we had dinner there. The next day we drove to Alice Springs and we went and looked around and very interesting zoo. Unlike normal zoos, the zoo in Alice Springs is a desert zoo, so the animals are all Australian desert animals. Um, Overall, the trip was an amazing trip. I just really liked the peacefulness of the desert. It's very quiet. There's no buildings. There's no there's not many people. It's very quiet and kind of relaxing. And also, I really loved the Aboriginal culture. We were able to talk to some local Aboriginal tribe members, and they explained about their stories and the importance of the desert and Ayers Rock. And also the night sky is amazing. It's one of the best places in the world to to do some stargazing. I mean, the desert's very hot. I didn't like the heat. And everything is extremely expensive. Australia is expensive, but Ayers Rock is extra expensive. But I think it was worth the money in the end for the amazing experience.